Though I wasn't going to do this until the next day, but I changed my mind. I'm going to give my review of this disaster movie for you. From the man who brought us the Poseidon Adventure and the Towering Inferno comes one film with many disastrous results and what have you. Here's my review of When Time Ran Out. Bad Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Dual, better known to as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a review of the 1980 disaster flick When Time Ran Out, released by Warner Brothers, based on Gordon Thomas's book The Day the World Ended. Directed by James Goldstone and produced by Irwin Allen. The film, though the film does have an all-star cast like some of his other films that include The Poseidon Adventure and The Towering Inferno, and even some from and even the underrated The Swarm that includes Paul Newman, Jacqueline Bisset, William Holden, James Franciscus, Ernest Borgnine, Red Buttons, Burgess Meredith, Valentina Cortez, excuse me, Veronica Hamill, Pat Maria, Edward Albert, Barbara Carrera, and Alex Karras. This film was a major big disappointment and what have you, and was regarded as a final 70s era disaster film, though considering it was released in March of 1980. Anyway, The Day the World Ended it detailed the factual 1902 volcanic eruption of Mount Pelée on Martinique, which killed 30,000 people in 5 minutes by pyroclastic flow. It marked the second and final time that Newman and Holden appeared in a film, together following the box office triumph of another Allen film, which was The Towering Inferno, which came out 6 years before this. Also reuniting Borgnine and Buttons after appearing in The Poseidon Adventure 8 years before that. But anyway, this film bombed at the box office and was Allen's last theatrical release. The reviews were, heavily dissed and what have you. However, let me see. But the work on the film by Paul Zastupinevich, I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name, was recognized by a nomination for the Academy Award for Best Costume Design. Now, since this film didn't do so well, I'm only going to give you a little bit of the story. We start out with Shelby Gilmore, who owns a newly constructed hotel on a remote Pacific island, wants desperately to marry his secretary, Kay Kirby, and proposes to her under the impression that she'll become his seventh wife. But Kay is in love with Hank Anderson, an oil rigger, who scientists are warning him that the island's active volcano, Mauna Lani, is about to erupt. Shelby's partner, Bob Spangler, assures guests at the hotel that the threat of the volcano is a total exaggeration, explaining that it only erupts once every 1,000 years. And Spangler is married to Shelby's goddaughter, Nikki, but is cheating on her with Ilani, executive with Shelby's hotel, while Ilani is engaged to Brian, the hotel's general manager, unbeknownst to all except Spangler, who chooses not to reveal his secret. Brian is his illegitimate younger half-brother and therefore part owner of the result. Guests at the hotel include a bond smuggler, Francis Fendley, who is being tailed by a New York City private investigator, Tom Conti. Also on hand are Renee and Rose Valdez, who are retired circus tightrope walkers. Hank's oil rig workers include Tiny Baker, who has a wager going with a rooster fighting rival Sam, a prized rooster that has just been delivered to him. Sam and his wife Mona own a local bar on the opposite side of the island from the resort closer to the volcano. While Hank and Kay go for a picnic on the beach to discuss their relationship, during their time together, the volcano erupts and most of the island's population are wiped out. And not only that, a tsunami occurs as well. So anyway, and soon the volcano starts really getting big, shooting out fireballs like crazy and causing lava to flow. Yeah, that's all. I'm almost getting ahead of myself. So no more on this story. If you want to watch this, you're more than welcome to. But I'd warn you, this isn't quite a great movie. Even though I've watched it twice, after watching it a second time on YouTube, which they do have it free with ads. I'm not sure how long it's gonna be though on there though. Anyway, my thoughts on this. The film's okay and what have you. It's not the best disaster film. I'd say I'd rather watch Volcano, which came out 17 years later, than this. Or The Poseidon Adventure, or The Towering Inferno, or heck, I'd even rewatch The Swarm over this. I mean, it's okay and what have you, but it is kind of a mixed bag though. And again, it's not really one of the best. Though I do like the cast we have. We have Paul Newman as Hank, Jacqueline Bisset as Kay, William Holden as Shelby, Edward Albert as Brian. Of course, if I, uh, yeah, he's Eddie Albert's son. Okay, I wasn't sure if that was, but okay, okay. Funny guy Red Buttons plays Francis. Barbara Carrera plays Alani. Valentina Cortez plays Rose. Veronica Hamill played Nikki. Football star Alex Karras, who after this will be in a much better film I'd rather rewatch. That's Porky's. Of course, he later go on to start with, which of course he appeared alongside his, well, wife at the time, Susan Clark. They later go on to appear on TV's Webster. Burgess Meredith, you may remember from the Rocky franchise and other films and TV's Batman as the Penguin, plays Rene Valdez. Ernest Borgnine plays Tom Conti. James Franciscus, who I only remember him from Beneath the Planet of the Apes, which I am going to review the rest of that series later on, played Bob. We also have Pat Maria playing Sam. And there's several others, but it just wasn't well received and what have you. Siskel and Ebert selected the film as one of their Dogs of the Year in an episode of their show Sneak Previews. This film is at 0% on the tomato meter. This film didn't do too well. It only made $3 million against its $10 million budget. Larry Malton's annual publication of Capsule Film Reviews dubbed the film When Ideas Ran Out or The Blubbering Inferno. Now, Story and TV Guide observed that with cheesy special effects, even the volcano isn't convincing, considering the film cost $20 million and a whole written script. This film offers precious little to like. Well, true, it doesn't have much to offer, and well, its score from Lilo Schifrin was fine and what have you, but yeah, and well, anywho, that this would be the end of the disaster film. Despite the film didn't do too well, Warner Bros. Insisted on cuts it for the international theatrical release, reducing from its original 121 minutes to 104 minutes. All DVD releases of the film have that shortened version. But in 86 and 94, Warner Bros. Released a special extended version of the film that was 144 minutes long, which that was just about close to as long as the Swarm was, and deleted scenes and additional footage were restored when it aired on TV under the title Earth's Final Fury. It was released with the noise expanded video edition on the video box with some additional scenes retain their sporadic fade to black commercial edits. That's understandable and why have you. Anyway, it'd be tough to find the alternate cut of this. It would be pretty cool and why have you, and would change my opinion on it. But I'd say it's very unlikely though. So overall, and yeah, the story does have a few issues in why have you, so it's okay in why have you. But would this from me a recommendation to me? Well, no. No. Though it does have a good all-star cast, but this one, I think you may want to avoid it. So, word to the wise, stick to maybe the Poseidon Adventure or the Towering Inferno. Or, this, even though this didn't do too well with Alan, The Swarm. Or stick with other disaster films like maybe the first couple of airport films or Earthquake or heck later films like Independence Day or Volcano. Enough said. If you've seen When Time Ran Out, let me know what you thought about in the comment section below. If you like this video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you a special spoiler-free review on the day I was tomorrow, from which I was going to originally review this movie. So anyway, thanks. So if you enjoy this, check out my reviews for these other Irwin Allen flicks. The two that are much better than this. The upper left-hand corner is my review of the Poseidon Adventure from 1972. The upper right-hand corner is my review of the Towering Inferno from 1974. Or if you'd like a much better volcanic flick, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of Volcano from 1997. And the bottom right-hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya.